If making music is always easy for you, turn this video off. If anytime you open your mouth to sing, fucking bluebirds fly through the window and land on your shoulder, turn this video off. If it's just a non-stop cathartic fart fest, if making art in general is just like rainbows and butterflies and beauty and catharsis all the time, turn this video off. It's not for you. Welcome to Sitting with Jimmy. I'm Jimmy, and this is the channel where we discuss all things creative, because creativity is a way of life. Subscribe and hit the bell notification if you like whatever this is that I'm doing. It helps the channel grow. I had this really elaborate video planned. It was going to be so inspiring and so cathartic for you guys, and I just sat in front of the computer and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't bring myself to participate in what the piece demanded of me, and it bummed me out, you know? It's that thing where you're kind of on the dip. You're in the valley. You're in the valley. It's a certain kind of person that pursues the arts. And I've learned over the years that type of person is really subject to peaks and valleys. So big highs and extreme lows. It's just kind of part of the puzzle. I don't know why that is. I think it's a sensitivity thing. It's not the kind of thing that I want to sit around and self-aggrandize about. I don't think that people that pursue the arts suffer any more or less than the average person. But based on my observation, it seems to follow this oscillation, goes up and down. High highs, cathartic highs, and really low lows. And when I woke up today to try to make that video, I recognized, because I've been doing it long enough, I recognized you're in a low, man. You can't give this what it needs. It needs love. It needs you to be in a position of love, performing the action of love, in order for this to come together in the way that you want it to. And it's just not there. Maybe this doesn't resonate with any of you guys, but that's okay. I felt the need to express it. I wanted to make a video this week, and it felt like, this is what's on my heart and what's on my mind. And I wanted to maybe give a little bit of encouragement for anyone that's in a valley right now. There's something about pursuing art, pursuing creativity. For me, it's mostly music and videos, I guess. You spend a lot of time alone with your thoughts, weighing the thing that you're making in your mind. Obviously, there's the part of creation that's really cathartic and satisfying and feels meaningful. But on the flip side of that, there is that weight. There is that you're trying to make it good. And it calls on you, if you want to get to any degree of achievement, as far as even just being a craftsman, recording audio, getting good at an instrument, it calls on you to spend a lot of time on your own, a lot of time by yourself, which I think creative people, many are drawn to that anyway, because it allows you to control the world around you. You make the world really small and you can really control it. So you add that tremendous time commitment to a personality that's already subject to extreme ups and downs. And you're going to run into a day where it just doesn't sound good. Your playing doesn't sound good. Your voice doesn't sound good. The video doesn't look good. Everybody else is doing something better than you. You're going to find that day. It's there. It happens all the time, in cycles. And that's really hard. Because if you've invested that time in being creative, it's a huge bulk of who you are. And so it's very hard to turn that voice off, because what that voice is telling you is not so simple as, oh, this doesn't sound good today. I just don't have it today. What it's telling you is that you're no good. Nothing you do will ever be good. It's really that dramatic. And it's that dramatic because of the time investment. Because anyone that's really pursuing this, pursuing art at a high level, consistently, puts a lot of their identity into what they're doing. And that's a hard thing. That's a hard thing. Luckily, I've done this enough times. I've been through this valley enough times to know that on the other side of it is another peak. On the other side of it is a return to meaning and a return to the pursuit. But in the meantime, I have to expect that my mind is going to be going crazy. I'm going to be ruminating on things. I'm going to be overthinking things. I'm going to be dismissing myself and my own artistic instincts and bullying myself, in a sense, because that's what the valley is. It's a wrestling match between the highest you could aim for and your most low vibration. When you start to be aware of that, you can stack evidence against what that voice is telling you. You can tell yourself the truth, which is that this dip, this valley, is just part of it. And there is a part of it too, where that valley is demonstrating to you the amount of identity that you're placing on yourself as an artist and your output. And it's a weird, paradoxical thing, because that pressure has to be there in order for you to move up, express higher, do higher, perform higher. It has to be there. You can't not have that. But you can develop an awareness of the oscillation in a way that it empowers you to keep moving even on the days when you don't want to. And with all the words that I've spoken on this channel, on this subject, all the advice that, as I've said before, I'm really just giving myself, there really is no solution. It's just awareness and persistence and endurance and a willingness to open up and be okay with not being okay on those days. Because they're going to be there. There's a honeymoon phase when you get really into art, where for a long time, it feels like everything you do is great. And especially if you're really young, the trajectory is just nonstop up. And after a while, that trajectory evens out, and that feeling of everything being this beautiful, cathartic, emotional expression changes. And it gives way to the cycle that is underneath all creative pursuits, which is high peaks and low dips into a valley. That's what it is. If you're going through that right now, just know it's a cycle. Don't believe everything that your mind is telling you. Don't believe that what you're doing is worthless. Don't believe that the world is meaningless. You are here to interpret the world and its meaning. The fact that you are subject to high highs and low lows, that you are sensitive in that way, is what enables you to interpret the meaning in the world and filter it through a lens that gives it back as a gift to the world. That's what you're doing. That's what we're doing here. Don't let the valleys discolor the whole picture. It's not the truth. It's part of the truth. So I had grand plans for this video that I was going to make, but the spirit was just not there today. And I felt the need to come out here. It's 99 degrees outside right now, which is incredibly hot. And I don't know, I felt like there was a metaphor in that, which is that when we return to our artistic pursuits over and over and over again, we willingly go into that fire. We willingly go into that heat. Because it's only by going into that heat that we find the meaning. And if we can do what we do well enough, we give that meaning as a gift back to the world in a way that it can be interpreted for higher vibration in reality. So it's hot. It's a hot place to be. High peaks and low valleys. Don't lose your meaning. You can do it. You can brave that storm. You can brave that turbulence because you've done it 1,000 times before. In other more I don't know, fun, creative news, and it's not all bad on every day. My mother-in-law picked up my little daughter to bring her to the library for story time and dropped off this Yamaha FM digital keyboard with MIDI guitar. So I'm going to play you guys out, all right? I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know your life. But I know that if you are drawn to the arts, if you are compelled to express your experience through art, through music, whatever it is, I see you. I harmonize with your experience. We go up and we come down. We go up and down. That's what we do. It's why we're drawn to the arts, our sensitivity to that cycle. So I'm going to play you out here. Subscribe to this channel if you vibe with this message. If it's meaningful to you, it does help the channel grow. And hopefully it helps this message resonate and help other people that are going through their own peaks and valleys. I'm going to play you out now. On a day like today, this music that I'm about to play, it's probably the best that I can do. And there's a humor to that is not lost on me. Anyway, here we go. Don't give up. Okay, that's enough.